What is going on, guys? This is Prodigy and welcome back to another episode of How to Overwatch, and today we're going to be talking about McCree. Now McCree looks like your typical Wild Wild West cowboy, and he's equipped with a 6-shooter revolver and it packs a pretty nice punch, so let's get right into talking about some stats dealing with McCree. So like I said before, McCree is equipped with his revolver, which is called the Peacekeeper in this game, and it does a pretty good amount of damage at 70 damage per shot, all the way down to 35 damage per shot. Now 70 would be done at the closest range, and 35 would be done at the longest range, and it has a fire rate of 2 rounds per second, and a total reload time of 1.5 seconds. So the fire rate isn't the best, but the damage does make up for it. This is definitely a weapon that you want to be patient and precise with, and make sure you're hitting as much shots as possible, because that will allow you to take best advantage of McCree and his high damage output. The Peacekeeper does have a second fire mode, which is referred to as the Fan of the Hammer, which allows you to quickly empty the clip of the revolver as fast as you can, precisely at 6 rounds per second as opposed to 2. And this is great for getting, if you find yourself in a tough situation where enemies are right in your face and you didn't expect them. Just empty that clip as fast as you can and do as much damage as you possibly can. However, the reload time is increased from 1.5 seconds up to 2 seconds. Moving on to McCree's abilities, his first one is the combat roll, which is pretty self-explanatory. You know, nothing really extravagant there. It's just a little combat roll, which can be good for throwing off an enemy's aim if you find yourself in close quarters combat. So that could be good for, getting yourselves out of a pinch. His second ability, however, is probably the most important one, and this is his flashbang. Now, what this does is when you use this, you throw a little flashbang grenade into the enemy's face and it stuns them for 2 to 3 seconds, and it allows you to basically get a free attack on the enemy. So if you flashbang somebody and they're right in front of your face, can't move, just quickly unload the clip on them, and 9 times out of 10 they're probably gonna die. Now lastly, let's talk about McCree's ultimate ability, which is called Deadeye. Now when you use this, McCree surveys the area in front of him and slowly locks onto targets one by one, and once he's fully locked on, he automatically delivers a one-shot kill. So no matter what, if McCree locks onto you with Deadeye, you're gonna die. Now this has a little bit of a catch to it, because like I said, it takes a little while to lock onto them, and the more HP the opponent has, the longer it takes to lock on. Specifically, for every 100 HP the enemy has, it takes an additional second for McCree to lock on with Deadeye. Regardless of this, his ultimate is very useful, especially if you can put yourself at a great vantage point where the enemies can't directly have a line of sight on you. Just take your time, be patient with it, lock on to as many people as you can, and you'll likely be able to take at least 2 to 3 enemies out at a time. So overall, I consider McCree to be a very precision-based character. You have to be really accurate and at times really quick to be successful with him. The gun does take a little bit of skill to aim, especially at longer ranges, but if you're careful and patient with your shots, you can do a lot of damage and be really successful using McCree. Just remember that if someone gets right in your face and you don't expect it, use your flashbang and your combat rolls to your advantage to get the best of your enemies and get those quick Fan of the Hammer kills off. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it and found something useful here. If you did, I'd appreciate if you left a like on the video. That'd really mean a lot to me. And that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. Once again, this is Prodigy. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you stick around for the next one.